Over the course of my training career, a lot of people ask me questions that are relevant to the training of their retrievers. This information is something that I wanted to share with you so that if you have similar questions, maybe we can get them answered here. During the senior training or the transition to senior intermediate level work, you're going to expose your dog to an awful lot of new skills, and the dog's going to have a lot of requirements placed on him that weren't placed on him before. And it's going to be important that you understand that your dog is learning a lot of things here, and you need to keep pace with the dog and keep him interested and excited about the work. One of the most common questions I get asked during this part of the work is people have a lot of concern about how much force work is involved at the early stages. We went through force to pile, aggravated force fetch, we even did some force work on the water, and the dogs really start to take a lot of pressure in this part of the game. Our yard work, our yard drills become more aggressive and intense. The heel sit, the whistle sit. Dogs start to take a little bit of pressure at this level, and people understandably have some concerns about that. What I can tell you is that the pressure that you put on the dog during the early foundation work will pay dividends later. At some point, you're going to have to put some pressure on your dog to get him to do what you want him to do your way. If you don't put the pressure on the dog in the foundation, you're going to have to put that pressure on him out in the field, and you're really going to create some breakdowns out there. Furthermore, if your dog doesn't understand how to get out of the pressure from your early foundation work and yard drills, when you go to put pressure on him out in the field, you're going to have a big breakdown. If a dog doesn't understand to put his butt on the ground when you blow that sit whistle to escape the pressure, he's going to try to come back to you to escape the pressure, or worse yet, bolt away from you and head out into the field. I can't overstress the importance of early force work and being as thorough as you can in your foundation drills. Speaking of drills, another concern that a lot of people have when they get into this level of training is worrying about how many drills we're teaching. A lot of drills and a lot of things for the dog to learn here, and sometimes people think they can cut corners and skip a drill, maybe not teach the wagon wheel, maybe not be as thorough on the single tee. It's only going to hurt you in the end. Every drill that we have presented to you is here for a reason. It works, and it teaches the dog a subset of skills that he's going to need later on to play the game. If you skip, and you go by things, or you try to do them too fast before the dog thoroughly understands what's expected of him, it will come back to haunt you, and it'll probably come back in the worst place, which is at a hunt test. A question comes up frequently about how long should I train my dog. This comes up a lot at all the levels of training, and the answer is consistent. It doesn't matter if it's a junior dog, a senior dog, or a master dog. Their ability to absorb and comprehend and retain information is limited by their size of their brain and their intellect. Dogs are generally able to pay attention and learn information for a maximum of 10 minutes. If your sessions are going very much beyond 10 minutes, you may be actually degrading and decaying the information that you presented to the dog in previous training. There's only so much room in that little brain. And the more stuff you pack in there, the more stuff has to come out to make room. Train in 10-minute segments 2 or 3 times a day, and you'll get much more out of it than if you train for 30 or 40 minutes. This is going to be a key factor in your training success. Those people who are good at this game understand that the value in training occurs in 10-minute segments, not in 45-minute marathons.